One of the fundamental things to understand about AI is that of a token. Tokens are pieces of data converted into numbers. So for example, let's just use the word unbelievable. So when you type that word into the prompt of an LLM, it sees that not as a word, but as pieces, just numbers. That's going to get converted to a number. It could get converted to one number. So there's like a direct mapping between that word and a token, a single token. Or it may break it up into the root word and then the beginning and end. This could end up being 3 tokens. And all that is dependent on the model maker. So whoever makes that model determines this. And a lot of that is weighted based on how often a word is used. If it's not very often, let's pretend unbelievable is really rare to use, then it would definitely use it as 3 tokens. If it's more common, it's going to bring it in and put it in its brain, if you will, as a single token. So where do tokens matter to us? One of the places it matters is in money. When you use an LLM, whether if you're at a company and you're like, hey, we're going to buy AI, we're going to get IBM's Granite or Claude from Anthropic, ChatGPT, whatever it is, they're going to charge you based on, first, the model that you're using. Different models have different skills. Some models may be really good at fast processing, simple tasks. You don't want to pay for a really expensive model to do that. If you're trying to carry stuff across your country and you decide to use a sports car, that's going to cost a lot of money. Can't hold as much, but the performance is really fun. So when you use AI, it's actually priced based on, let's just call this made up numbers. Again, these numbers are going to change, but between now and the time you listen to this, it could have changed. We're going to say 15 cents per 1,000 input tokens. Input just meaning we put it in to the LLM. And it may be, again, made up numbers, 30 cents per 1,000 output. So if you ask your favorite LLM to say, hey, take this image, erase me, make me look buff and not so large, that's going to have a certain number of input tokens, certain number of output tokens, and we're charged, very typically, these input and output tokens are priced differently. But that may be a very advanced model to do that, but you may see a simple model. Again, maybe it's a really good model for just simple text, like let's think of spell check, right, or grammar check. That could be, you could be saying, oh, okay, this is 1 cent per input, and maybe 1.5 cents for output. Again, made up numbers, but a simple, sort of grammar check AI is just going to process less. It's going to be not as smart, not as complex of a model. So it's just going to cost less to use. So hopefully that helps you with tokens. It's just any information that goes in and out of an LLM. I used an example of a word unbelievable. Remember, that can be an image, a document, etc. Anything you put in is going to be tokenized and numbers put into the model. There's different pricing based on the simplicity or the advanced usage of that model.